What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to On My Mind with Marcus and Nadesh. Feeling good.
I know. How are you today, Marcus?
Doing all right. I'm liking this dress.
Thank you. Got my titties out.
I thought we weren't talking about them.
We're not, but they're here and they're large and they're here to stay. But I am excited that it's a little warmer out. Mm-hmm. We're still in like a pre-post mid-COVID type of thing. I'm just gonna call it like a melange of whatever COVID is right now.
Okay.
But yeah, French? I see the sun out, so I'm happy. So this brings us to our topic of what's on your mind today, Marcus.
So since we are post-COVID, allowed to leave our apartments, we're gonna start dating again, right?
I already started. I'm 2 days in.
Oh, dang, she's fast. I was like trying to wait to see what was happening in the streets before I got back out there, but whatever. But on a lot of the profiles, I've been seeing some guys that are a little bit older, and so
What's older?
Well, I just wanted to ask you, how old is too old for you?
So for me, I think that the highest I'll go in age right now is probably like mid 40s at the latest, but I think I like a 42, mm-hmm. preferably 40. I'd rather honestly just date somebody my age, but right. If I could, I'd like to do maybe late 30s, early 40s, just because I think like anything bigger than that in terms of age gap puts us on different tracks in life, right? Mm-hmm. Like when you're in your 40s, your mindset is different than when you're in your 50s. We go through hormonal shifts, and for men and women. So for me, I think that a 41-year-old would be a good fit for Nadesh. But I did go on a date the other day on this topic, and the guy who I thought I was going to go meet was supposed to be this 34-year-old man. Mm-hmm. When I get to the restaurant to find him, he is like in his early 50s. And my main issue with that is, one, I got catfished.
How'd you meet him? Like,
on Hinge.
Yeah, on Hinge. Okay.
Right? So he was like, let's go meet.
Early 50s, so his profile said that?
Like, his early profile was like that of a 34-year-old.
Oh.
So I'm confused. I'm confused. But it's all good. But my issue is, my mom is 55. She's going to be 56 this year. And I cannot date you when you are closer to my mom's age than when you are to me.
Like when you can be like my daddy.
Correct.
Like,
he could literally
because I'll date
my
a daddy. I'll date a daddy.
I know you'll date a daddy.
But you can't be like my daddy. like you can be my daddy, but you can't.
He can be your hypothetical daddy.
Right.
But he can't be like daddy.
Right.
He can't be dad.
But he really can be a zaddy though.
Right. He can't be zaddy.
He can be zaddy.
But look, a 36-year-old could be zaddy too. So.
Perhaps.
Listen.
It's gonna take some swag.
Okay, it would, but I've met it and I've experienced it, and so for me, I'll do zaddy status, but I will not do you're my dad status or you're somebody's grandfather status.
Right. You also don't want to.
My mom's a grandma.
You also don't. She is a grandmother. But you also don't want to take him to dinner and have him and your mom hitting it off better than like you two.
Okay.
Because you don't have to like fight your mom at dinner.
That would be weird. That would be weird. And I wouldn't fight my mom because she would win. But if I wasn't talking about my mom and talking about a hypothetical mom, mm-hmm. that would be problematic. And so for me, I immediately was like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pass because one, I thought he was in his 30s. So I felt deceived and catfish. Mm-hmm. And then two, I just feel like, the allure of a younger woman for a man is like a trend or a fad, I think, right? Older men try to date younger women. Mm-hmm. I'm not into that. I don't need a May December. And if I do, you need to be hella balling and rich as fuck.
Right. I definitely hear you on
that. Like if you're a billionaire, come on over, Poppy.
Right. You
like
can be 78.
You
can be my mom's
you can be the same age as my grandma, who is currently 86, and I will overlook it. But if you are not him, keep it moving.
Fair.
Call my mom.
I hear you on that.
So, like, what about you? What's your age max?
So I think like ideally, when I think about it, that mid to lower 40s range would be like probably the highest that I would want to go. But I think that there's always those moments where maybe I could extend beyond it, depending on the type of energy that the person has.
Right.
And so, but I know that I don't want to really break the 50-year-old mark. And it's hard to say that because I understand that like age. Like Aaliyah said, age ain't nothing but a number.
She was saying that's a higher, right.
So,
she was right.
So
that was complicated.
That's the boxing shirt?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was complicated.
So, but you want someone that like wants the same things as you. I think you kind of alluded to that earlier.
Yeah.
Kind of the same speed, still wanting the same things in life. Like, I still at this point want to be able to have the conversation of, do you want to have kids? Or do you foresee kids in your future?
Right.
Versus, I really don't know that I want to ask somebody who's like north of 50 if they want to start having
Well,
children.
and I've been in that
Right.
relationship. If you remember, I was dating Will. Will was like 48 at the time. I was 30.
Mm-hmm.
He was a phenomenal boyfriend, but he'd already had 3 kids, had already been married.
Mm-hmm.
And then I feel like the biggest issue that broke our relationship up was that he felt that he needed to do those things for me, but he didn't really want to go through all
For
of those
sure.
things again, which is fair. 3 is a lot of kids.
That's a lot of kids.
So for me, I broke up with Will because I felt like we wanted different things. And so for me, it's not that I'm like burning with desire to have children, but I also don't want that choice to be taken from me.
Right.
Right?
As a compromise to your
Correct.
relationship.
Correct.
Yeah, I agree
And
with you
so,
on that.
but like, how young would you go though? Because I have a rule that you got to be at least 30 to ride this ride.
So you definitely don't gotta be 30 to ride this right. But like definitely don't have to be 30.
So no height requirement for you.
There could be a height requirement, but
But not an age.
Well, there's an age minimum.
Right. What's the minimum? What's the youngest?
I
you've
think I
gone?
want you to at least be able to have a drink.
Okay, so
Legally.
21?
Legally.
But I
Yeah.
could have a drink when I was 18 with my sister's fake ID.
True. What we don't know can't hurt us.
Oh, right.
No, I definitely want someone who's an adult. Honestly, I feel like at this point in my life, I'm probably not going to have a meaningful conversation like that with somebody that's too young. So, but I mean, like if you're like 25, like we can kick it. We can see what happens.
I just feel like they don't understand like the art of like making love to a woman until they've had more experience,
So
and
why
that
won't
usually
you-
happens in the 30s.
Why won't you just be that experience? for
I'm
them?
not here to train dogs, okay? Like, I'm not a trainer. I'm
Uh-huh.
here to, like, let's elevate our game together, not let me step back and then teach you how to do this.
Okay.
I want us both coming in this with experience.
Fair enough. Fair
Right?
enough.
And then, like, I think
Yeah.
that men who are in their 30s and older, like, they are more sensual, like, they understand more, like, what a woman wants. And every guy that I meet that is below 30, the same argument. It's like they're reading a
Yeah.
script. I'm different. Mm-hmm.
Right. So, like, so real talk. I'll get back on it. In terms of a serious, meaningful relationship, I really don't know that I want to go really south of like the lower 30s. Period. I have dated a few guys that have been in their upper 20s and they've given it a good run for their money. However, I just don't know that they're necessarily there. And the same way that we're talking about guys that are in their upper 40s, 50s, how they're in that just next life stage.
Yep.
When you look at me versus someone who's in their mid to late 20s, we're just in a different life stage. Like, you're still just trying to figure out maybe your career. Whereas like I've been in my career for more than 15 years now, it's pretty established. And not to say that I won't make changes as I keep going along in life. It's just I'm at a different point than most people are when they're 28, 29. And also just like even just in terms of the lifestyle thing, again, some 28-year-olds still want to go out. And I do know that men, just knowing men, when you're 25 or just in that 20s range, you're not trying to only be
You're trying
with
to get in the streets.
one person, right? You're trying to like
You're trying to be a
you're trying to get that
thot. You're trying to be
experience
thotty,
so that it could be
right?
good enough for you one day.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
So
And I appreciate that stage.
so
I do.
yes.
It has its purposes.
So very funny, but so I don't know that there's a perfect answer on what is too old. I think I just want the feeling to be right and to feel like we're in the same like
level,
stage.
like at the same level.
Yeah.
I think for me, like I said, my minimum is definitely 30 because this is the thing. My pettiness about people who are under 30 is you swear I'm going to be planning your 30th birthday party. Ooh, pettiness. It would be so petty. I'm not doing it.
That's
so
when
for
you
me,
just do a vacation.
listen, like I am not gonna be hosting that big Hallmark birthday. It's just not happening. And so to me, I'm like, let me just stay in my lane and say, okay, you gotta at least be past 30. 31 to 41 is my 10-year gap.
Listen, boys, I will gladly plan your 30th. for
I
you.
will not. I won't. Like, I'm past mid-30s. I'm good.
Fair
I'm not
enough.
planning my boyfriend's 30th birthday, but
Well, let us know what you guys think. What is too old? Is it even such a thing? R. Kelly and Aaliyah didn't think so, but
they didn't.
that wasn't really a good thing.
Yeah, I'm good with, I'm going to stay in my little 10-year lane. So you guys let us know what you think. And if we're being obnoxious, and again, that might be why I'm single, because I have like a 10-year like mark for them to hit. So maybe if I did go outside of both my 30 and my 40 range, I might find more options, but I don't think so.
Perhaps. You never know.
We'll see you guys next time, all right? Bye.